This is Face the Music, an Electric Light Orchestra song-by-song podcast. Episode 086, The Fall.
I see the early glow. I hear you say hello. I watch the shadows fall. I don't see you at all. It's a lie. Even so, it's a lie. Our love couldn't go wrong. How could I know? I was only dreaming. And now that you're gone, I will go on really believing I take the fall.
What's that song all about?
The Fall is the second song on side 2 of Xanadu. In a November 2012 interview by Adam Weisler for Extra TV, Jeff Lynne said,
I love that tune. Actually, I just love the chord progression. It goes down, 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 down. And that's the type of song I love to be able to do. I do like it when I get one of those. It's descending or ascending. And that is very much like the style of those old composers. You know, making the bass wander, stroll down forever going down, 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 and then up a long way. It's so fulfilling. It's like MMMMMMM. That's it. I was really happy with that song.
when the song is used in the movie, young male lead character Sonny is roller skating along the beach. He spots the mural his love interest Kyra sprang from. He stands back, ponders for a bit, then skates full speed into the brick wall she's painted on. The song was covered by the Music Machine in 1980, Jack Livingston Orchestra and Singers, LaSound, and the Broadway cast of Xanadu in 2007. It was sampled by Paktovinica in 2001 for the song Destin Bogium, Kipper remix.
I've fallen, and I can't get up!
Hi, I'm Eric Winsenson.
And I'm Eric Paul Johnson.
Hate to say it, but Jeff Lynne has had a fall.
Oh dear, and at his age that can't be good. I hope he's got the little life alert thing.
Well, he was quite a bit younger when he had this, and luckily he got a great song out of it.
So it all worked out for everybody.
Yes, it did.
Mm-hmm.
He was definitely able to get back up,
Mm-hmm.
and we got this nice little tune here, which for some reason gets quite a bit ignored.
It really is a forgotten ELO song.
Yeah, but it is a really good song. That's what gets me here, is it sounds very much like a warm-up for Time. It still has a lot of that classic ELO string sound that came from the albums previous to this, but uses a lot more of that 80s synthesizer in there to give it a few little sparkles here and there. And even though it's called The Fall, it's not a gloomy song at all. He's just taking the fall to fall into a relationship.
Just like Sonny Malone in that movie, and in that scene where he's pondering, do I do it or do I not do it? And he does it, and he roller skates full speed into a brick wall. Yeah, I friggin' love this song. If you hear this on a really good stereo with some good headphones, that thump bass thump with the synthesizer at the beginning, that sounds really, really great. It's really nice how it's kind of quiet at first, and you kind of wonder, is this going to be the song? And then the chorus comes in and it really bangs in, and it's just a wonderful sonic assault. You said it was sort of sounded like a precursor to Time. It's kind of Beach Boyish in certain ways, which seems fitting since the scene in the movie is the guy roller skating on the beach in California. It doesn't sound like, it sort of borrows sounds that were used. Like, obviously the keyboard that sounds like a theremin, I can think of Good Vibrations. There's sort of a mournful cello that plays from time to time during the quiet parts. It might be something Pet soundies. I'm not super smarty about Beach Boys, but it sounds like it would be something from that era. And the keyboard going plunk, plunk, plunk kind of reminds me of the guitar break in Don't Worry Baby. So it's kind of got a Beach Boy sound. And also, Jeff mentioned something about the old composers when he talked about writing this song. And I can see that. I can see this as one of those classical songs where things are quiet and they're pretty low-key for a bit. And then the orchestra just explodes in and starts rocking as classical music gets.
True.
It's part Beach Boys, part classical music, turned around by Jeff Lynne into an ELO song that is really pretty damn good.
Yep, and it's the only one that was not released as a single off this album.
Yeah, I mean, the next one was released as a single, but not in this country, which I'm going to keep my mouth shut until next week about that.
Well, I can see why it wasn't released as a single. It is definitely an album track type of song, but it definitely doesn't sound like an outtake or anything like that.
No.
It doesn't sound like something that he just threw on here just because he didn't want it on anything else. It sounds like a fully developed song that I guess fits a part in the movie, and something tells me that I'm going to have to sit through this movie.
Well, just remember...
Kind of get a little bit more context.
Yeah, well, just remember the secret that I told in my Xanadu movie review. Just don't try and enjoy it for the story or for the movie. Try and enjoy it for the early 80s cheese flashback that you get out of it.
Sounds like another roller skate movie that I watched that had Linda Blair in it.
It could be. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see this working well as a single. It just starts too quiet. You know, when you're going along playing the upbeat pop songs, and then you even got the ballads that are on the radio that are much more, I guess, lively? I don't know, much more volumey, weighty?
True.
I don't know. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but I'm just saying the fall starts out way too quiet before the chorus kicks in, so I can't see that mixing in with a radio station, a top 40 radio station playlist in 1980. But a damn good song. And, you know, they did release just about every ELO song on this side, so you gotta leave some surprise on the album to give people a reason to buy the album, because otherwise, why buy the album when I can just go get the singles for I'm Alive, All Over the World, Xanadu, and if you lived over in England, Don't Walk Away.
Yeah, because you're probably already ticked off from seeing the movie, so you're going, why in the world would I buy this album?
Well, because the album's much, much better than the movie.
Well, so far, from what I've heard, you are absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. If only they included Drum Dreams on that album.
Got something to say about the fall? Then call the telephone line voicemail.
623-850-3375. Call now.
It's time for a great line from ELO from this week's song. What's my line?
It's a lie. I don't believe it's so. It's a lie.
If you donate to the podcast through our Patreon site, patreon.com/ELOpod, you can get bumper stickers, produce an episode, or for just $1 per episode, $4 a month, you can hear shows a week before they're released to the world. Or skip all that and just hand it over directly through PayPal using the email address eloftmpodcast@gmail.com.
Hey, this is Troy White with a thought from Troy. The Fall is my favorite ELO song off the Xanadu soundtrack and my favorite song on the soundtrack album as a whole. It's also one of my all-time favorite ELO songs. I don't know why this wasn't released as a single. I think it could have been a big hit. And I don't know if they've ever performed this live. They should have. I think this would make a great concert opener. I love the building tension in the verse, and then the it's a lie, and then going into the chorus with the harmonies. Love it. And it is used with great effect in the movie. In fact, it's one of only 3 songs on the soundtrack that I think actually fits the scene in which it is used. One of them I mentioned last week, Drum Dreams, and the other one is the bizarre Olivia Newton-John Tubes collaboration, Dancing. But as I recall, the Michael Beck character, I forget his name, is bound and determined to get to Olympus and get the woman he loves. So as the song starts, he gets prepared to run right through that wall. And just when it hits, it's a lie. He breaks through the wall, and he makes it to Olympus. Zeus and the gods be damned. Yes, if you've ever been bound and determined to do something, and the odds seem stacked against you, this is a great song to inspire you to keep holding on. This has been A Thought from Troy.
Great moments in Electric Light Orchestra history.
You had this idea many years ago, right? We'll have a group with strings. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is basically how it all came about, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that you've taken that to its ultimate, or can you see that there are other things you can do in that format, or do you now feel, well, maybe I should try something else?
I feel all those things that you just said. Sometimes, I think, oh, I'd like to try something else, and sometimes I think I can really get something good on the next album. I always think that anyway. When I've just finished an album, I always look forward to starting the next one with, and I'll get all these ideas, and then suddenly I come to start it and then I've forgotten what I was thinking about. But I'm looking forward to doing both things, doing something totally different, and also doing the next ELO album, whenever it will be, probably, obviously next year sometime, and trying out a different concept, like probably a concept album. So I've got a lot of ideas all the time that I can't use really, because, well, I haven't been able to use because we've always been on the road for the last 3 years, so I've never had time really to sort of do anything different at all, It's always been like, we made the album, then there's a tour lined up. We're getting touring America, Europe, Japan, Australia, and it's been like for the last 3 years really. So I get like a week off, and then we do something else, and then it's time to make a new album. So I never get a chance to really, I haven't had up until now, a chance to really think about another project at all. But I've got time now this year.
Like it? Hate it? What does Madeline think?
I am sorry if you're watching this, Jeff Lynne, but I don't like your song and I don't like the song. So, bye.
Hey, she hated it.
Face the Music, an Electric Light Orchestra song-by-song podcast, is a production of Radio Trolla Entertainment, Assorted Deli Meats Amalgamated. You can contact us by voicemail at 623-850-3375 or email us at eloftmpodcast@gmail.com. Keep up to date on the show by joining our Facebook group and spread the word by sharing the link or giving us a quick rating on iTunes. You can financially support the podcast at patreon.com/ELOpod. Next week, episode 088, Don't Walk Away.